Okay. For me, it's just been easy to continuously say what I need to say to put things back in perspective. You gotta be strong in knowing who you are, but you also have to be acceptive that you're no longer yourself. Things are no longer gonna be the same in the sense that you're being manipulated. My channel has been specific about what's happening to me, and I don't care if it sounds very repetitive, but it's because I want to show a pattern of what they do. This video is going to be one of many that they made, and it's always the same. They're making me experience something that I would not experience unless something is happening to my brain, unless I'm being manipulated. I can make a million videos and I'm okay with that, even though it's not going to change the result. The reason why I do that is, this purpose, they will have to move on, right? But I don't want anybody who involved themselves in this program who've done these nasty things in very cowardly ways. It's not like they even, like the efforts they do, it's an effort that's done remotely. It's just like staying on PJs and sweatpants and do these things. And it's just really kind of lazy, kind of tired, and it's just really easy things to do and try to manipulate things around and change reality. They know what they've been part of. When I'm home, I listen to a lot of the testimonies of how horrible they are, how they're abusive to even babies, using technology that is so destructive onto the most childlike individuals, suffocating kids. Like the horror of what they do to children is things you cannot comprehend. And for me, I just want to make sure that every time we see each other, every time we interact with each other, this is in the back of my mind. This is the reality of what you guys do. There's no escaping what these people are involved in. And so when they manipulate me, I understand this is what they make me experience. There's no escapism. There's not going to be a bubble of false reality there. This is okay. So I'm there's always like an ad or something like that where they mess with me. I see this ad. It takes me a second to is that like a child or it's not a child? My brain is just like playing tricks on me. And so I'm looking up and down. I was like, this is like, it looks more like a kid. But as I'm looking up and down, they're like forcing me to get this perception of sexuality. Matter of fact, they try to make me look at this kid's behind in a way that's like sexual. I was like, oh my gosh. Then I look better. It's like, this is like a 13-year-old kid. But it took a second or so for my brain to process what I'm saying, because they were manipulating me to have this weird perception. Look, this kid would never, this baby, she's like a 13-year-old, maybe 14 max. Forcing me to look at her in a way that's sexual. And me, I'm trying to look at, am I looking at a child or not? And so by doing that, I'm looking at this person who's a kid up and down, like try to figure out if I'm looking at a child or not. Then figure, oh, that's a child. That's like a 13, 14-year-old. I'm finally getting my brain is finally processing it properly. I was like, whoa. And in the meantime of me trying to figure out what kind of what kind of person it is, if it's a child or not, I'm being forced to see this kid in a sexual way. And then you see, now we proved that, you see, now the appeal. This is going to way to just kind of disorient me. It is the nasty things they do. I've understood that I'll never be myself. This is the shit every freaking day, all my life I will deal with. From babies younger than her to kids older than her. But they'll do nastiness. You gotta be strong, understanding they can make you see things in different ways. The perceptions in your minds are played with. And then you have these bottom feeders working for these pedophiles. And when I say that, I know I'm maybe exaggerating in the sense that what I mean by working for pedophiles is the entities that contract this purpose. The things that are done to us is coming from the Department of Defense, right? The Department of Defense do actually have real pedophilia issue. It's not things that manipulations are not applied, all these ways to trick your brain and create this perception. No, this is truly a pedophilia issue, a very, very, very scary pattern that has been even called out by like Child Protective Service, calling out that this network, no, I'm not, the network of the Department of Defense, and is being ranked as top tier where child porn is circulating. In 2018, that ranking was given to them. 19th out of 2,900. I gotta bring that up as many times as because this is just ridiculous. Now, those are the same people that have this technology that can play with your perception, your brain, and obviously, unfortunately, target individuals, we are test subjects. That's the truth. That's the truth. We're no, to them, we're just guinea pigs that they can do whatever they want. But an important factor is they want to break your self-image. They want you to accept these manipulations. You have to be very aware of yourself, because they will make you believe this false reality. You who been yourself long enough, they could try to make you see things in different ways. But the people who involve themselves, they're not like the most mentally stable. This is not the people who are the strongest in knowing who they are. We're talking about some childlike individuals in some cases. Some easily could follow anybody, very easily influenceable individuals. Then they childlike, and others are just mostly opportunists. But to try to make me look at this kid and really try, honestly, they've done that to even younger kids, very younger kids, babies. But in this case, they're this is when they try to make me look at kids in the way I would look at a woman. Try to make me look at this kid's butt and whatever, and it's ugh. When there's nothing, none of that. It's pure kid, a real kid, just typical kid. Everything about her is childlike. It's just a baby. But my brain is no longer functioning at this, the way it should be functioning. It's being manipulated. So things in my brain can be played around. Processing my brain is just they play with it. My brain's capability of perceiving things, processing things. Yeah, it's just it's just bad. It's bad the way that my brain is just slow. I just be able to kind of see things the right way, because they've been just playing with my perception. And that's when I understand what they're doing to me is me being a guinea pig. It's me being used to develop a technology that can do so much to your brain. But onto us, target individual, we're used as guinea pig for a weapon more than anything else. Even though sometimes what I've noticed is with the organs destruction, because some of the technology destroys the body. Every once in a while, they do horrible things to my organs. I feel it. But then I feel better. So somehow they can fix it quickly. So I guess at that point is kind of also using your body in regard of how they can improve. We're truly guinea pigs. But the things they harm us first, then they fix the harmful things they done to us. They're not fixing issues that they are harming us and then changing that. And this is the other torture that are just more physical than psychological. The psychological torment is just consistently just harmful. Consistently. And they want you to accept and identify with these manipulations. So for me, target individual, do not identify. Like I said, listen to this bottom fears talking to you via V2K. If you deal with V2K and synthetic telepathy, you'll know this like a child. I've heard that a lot of target individuals say some of these people sound like children. Would you ever let somebody who sounds like that person who's interacting with you via V2K, would you ever even believe anything somebody like that who sounds just that way? Would you ever believe them saying anything about you? You'll see them as a clown. That's why, and this is via V2K. When I've seen some of these people in person, it's even worse. The voice to skull gives them a little bit of a mystique. You see them in person, it's oh my goodness. Look, the mystique of the V2K can really even help out. And that's why they like to play with tonality, so sounding different. Like, yeah, we're gonna. And then you see in person, it's like, oh my gosh, this clown was talking to me, wanting me to identify with these manipulations. To all my target individual, see yourself as somebody who is just being manipulated. We are guinea pigs. We are test subjects. They are changing us. They're changing our perception. This technology is extremely sophisticated. Then they contract these losers to gaslight you into accepting these things. Diverging, changing subject as much as they can because they don't want you to see things exactly the way they are. So, if this is my last video, I'm thankful that I made this video. I'll make as many as I can till I'm no longer here. But I understand there's a price these losers are paying. Right now, they love it. It's easy. They get whatever they can. I mean, things are going to happen again where I'm going to look at a child. They're going to do some kind of manipulations. It's going to be perceptions. It's going to be sensations. It's going to be stimulations. It'll be whatever it is to make me look at this kid in this disgusting sexual way. They're going to do the noise campaign. They're going to try to make me believe this is me. And then that's that. It's okay. I've understood that. So to all my target individuals, stay strong.